When you have the best receiver in the game and the record for most pass attempts in the season, it's time to get a run game. This is the exact direction the Detroit Lions are moving in. On the other hand, we'll talk about the transition from the best slot receiver to Denver from New England and how it has people's mind boggled. We'll also check on the New England Patriots today. Hello, I'm Trayvon Jones, and this is NFL Powerball. As you know, I discuss two teams every week. I also discuss the latest off-season news and their needs for the upcoming season. I mention why I see them in the upcoming season in the division and the conference. I also tell what could possibly push them back and hold them back and push them forward. To begin, I really want to commend Wes Welker for the years he put in with the Patriots. He did some amazing things there. He just could not show up in the playoffs, which is probably not the biggest reason why they didn't sign him. He probably just wanted to test free agency. But with Wes Welker departing, Patrick Chung, the safety, Brandon Lloyd, Thomas, the offensive lineman, and Woodhead, a running back, the Danny Woodhead, have also all departed. And these spaces have mostly all been full. And with Danny Amendola from the Rams being signed in Wes Welker's position, Donald Jones from the Bills being signed in Brandon Lloyd's position, Sid Tech from the Atlanta Falcons in Thomas's position. Getting this whole lineup younger was mainly one of the things they worked on. Big return, Leon Washington, running back from the Seattle Seahawks, have joined the New England Patriots and signed. And Adrian Wilson, three-time Pro Bowl safety from the Cardinals, have also came in Pat Chung's place. I see the Patriots probably going deep in the draft to get backup players because the secondary is not finished. It's going to need some work. And with Wes Welker leaving, there's no telling who's going to stay healthy this season. With everybody on the offensive side, for Tom Brady receiving, everyone basically got hurt last year in some kind of way. Wes Welker was the only consistent thing he had. They're also going to need another receiver. With Brandon Lloyd going, he had an alright season. With Wes Welker gone, that's going to be most of the production. And we're not sure how healthy Gronk is going to be yet, or Hernandez the whole season. And pass rushers, they're looking at John Abraham from Atlanta Falcons and Dwight Freeney from the Colts. And so far they've signed neither one of them yet, but they are looking at them. Where do I see the New England Patriots this coming up season? I see ever since Tom Brady's won his second Super Bowl, I've said they've perfect contenders every year for first place in the division. And with a quarterback like Tom Brady, you never know, you're never out of Super Bowl contention. And that's exactly where I see them at this upcoming season. If they get the right orders, the right pieces together. I see them at 12-4 for a couple reasons. Last season, every game they lost was by at least 7 points, 7 points or less. That's good. It's not a big margin that you're gonna have to work on. But as far as pushing them forward and holding them back, pushing them forward, if their tight ends are healthy, they have two of the most productive tight ends, probably the best tandem in the NFL at the moment. And keeping them healthy is going to be the biggest thing. The division's going to definitely push them forward. If the Miami Dolphins spend all this money in free agency and they can't come up and produce, if the Jets don't hurry up and pull something together, but Rex Ryan calling defense the upcoming season, they have more optimistic to look forward to. And of course, the Buffalo Bills, they're their own project with Ryan Fitzpatrick leaving after the free agency hit, he left. So it's going to be, he signed a deal with the Tennessee Titans, and the Bills are up to see what's going to go on for them. They signed Hasselbeck, and they're going to have to find some way to put it down. Holding them back, their secondary. You always have, anytime you have an offense that can score points, you're going to need somebody that can slow the other team down. And the secondary for the last couple of years has not been what Bill Belichick has wanted it to be, or Patriot fans. And the receiving core, they didn't have a very good receiving core last year with the tight ends, both tight ends alternating injuries. Once they get that out the way, they're gonna be very far in the playoffs if they can handle those big issues. Offensively, on the pass, they're fourth. Offensive rush, they're seventh. This new run game found is perfect for Tom Brady. Take a lot of the stress off of him. A lot of stress off the receivers also. Defensive pass being 29th and the defensive run being 9th. The secondary, a lot of teams come in targeting the secondary, knowing the strengths and the weakness of this team. But the draft will be something for them very big, because this free agency has blessed them with people to fill in every position that they lost. As far as the Detroit Lions, Calvin Johnson, he's so productive as a receiver, so productive. Now getting a play action pass will do way more for them. With the recent acclamation of Reggie Bush is gonna help them. Acquiring him through free agency will help them relieve stress off Matthew Stafford, Megatron also. The defense will probably not have to play as hard with a good running game. And speaking of defense, after losing defensive end Cliff Averill to the Seahawks, they're gonna have to get a lot going on in that mix. They have players that step up and made the plays last year, and I'm pretty sure those same players will do the same this year. They also gonna have to get more offensive line help, because that's one of the main areas for them this season. They had one tackle who was just released, and another one who's maybe testing free agency. With a lot of this young offensive line, they're gonna have to go far away. They're gonna go far if they can get a lot of this veteran help on them now. If they can get more techniques and more going for them with the best receiver and a decent quarterback, they're gonna go a long way. With Cliff Averill leaving, there may be draft time there. They may draft another defensive lineman. They may not. The safety Louis Delmas, they have signed him another contract, so he will be in that secondary next year, holding the secondary down. But it's going to be a big acclamation. It's not going to be the same as a running game. Now their second receiver is going to be a big thing, because with Titus Young and his off-season troubles, they've released him, and with him gone, they have space for another receiver that can do way more than he did and can complement Megatron, so he doesn't have to put all the stress on himself and the receiving game. Where do I see them at in the upcoming season? They were 4-12 this season. Last season they made the playoffs. I can honestly say that I can see them at 7-9 if they can get everything they need really in hand and in check. Playoffs, they may make it to the playoffs. I can see them in the playoffs and losing the first round. But with Jim Schwartz, if he can get this program turned all the way around, because he did a lot of turning around, and getting some of the cancer of these off season, it's not the whole team. Many people think it's most of the players. It's not. It's only 4 or 5 young knuckleheads, and once those problems are taken care of, there will be no distractions for the team, and they won't have to focus on that other than winning games. Pushing them forward. The secondary is definitely one of the things that they're gonna have to work on, because just signing Delmas is not. So pushing them forward will be the receiving game on their side. With their secondary lacking, it's gonna be tough with Aaron Rodgers still in the division. Christian Ponder shaping up the way he is, and it's still gonna have to worry about Chicago Bears. Jay Cutler is he has a new coach, an offensive mind coach, who's probably gonna put him in better positions to throw the ball and run the ball with Matt Forte if he's healthy. I look for something to hold him back. other than the division, it's gonna be more of the off season issues, and once they get those in hand, they'll be top notch. There's gonna be more components that are gonna come around, but they're gonna get it all together. I have faith in the Detroit Lions. This has been your episode of NFL Powerball. I'm Trayvon Jones. Thank you.